track is growing on me. I mean, gosh, doesn't get better than that. Anyway, thank you all for joining. For those who, where is this still playing from? Oh, sorry about that. Had to double check myself because last night I went live without going live, so didn't double check myself. Talked to myself for about 30 minutes, so that was good. But anyway, it is dark outside. It's time for Crypto After Dark, episode 5. Thank you guys for joining. I also don't have my side chat panel up tonight, so I will try to check the chat when I can. But tonight we're going to be talking about NFTs. So I know we talked about NFTs in the first episode, or one of the episodes where we talked about the Metaverse, right? A lot of the Metaverse participants have that NFT exposure where they're trying to grab anybody who's participating in the NFT space and utilize and capitalize that market share as part of their Metaverse platforms. Well, we'll kind of work backwards today. We'll talk about NFTs first, and if they have a Metaverse aspect or have that double dip component, we'll certainly revisit those as well. We'll certainly talk about some of the other NFTs who have made a lot of noise on Twitter and other platforms through their high sale prices. Some of them are, the pixelated arts and the other ones that you've seen. So we'll talk about those for a little bit. And then we'll talk about some other NFT type gaming spaces and other areas that we didn't get to discuss on the first Metaverse episode. And the whole point of this is just give you all some new perspective on this space. I know it's been making a lot of noise. There's a lot of cloudiness and lack of clarity as far as what this means, what non-fungible token even means. We can look that definition up as well. But in general, how do you all capitalize on that, right? This is why we do this. This is why Constant Collab exists. Our whole goal is to help each other, to help new people to understand this new market and to sort of capitalize on what's next, right? The crypto market cap is at 3 trillion. Or breaching that 3 trillion area right now, and the global stock market cap is at about 90 trillion and above. So there's plenty of space. We're seeing aspects of the future here, right? With Facebook and the Coinstar at your grocery stores telling you to convert to Bitcoin, and all kinds of stuff going on. So without further ado, let's sort of jump right into that. The first thing I want to do is, this isn't even the right one. Oh my gosh, I had it up yesterday and I'm gonna be mad if I can't find it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, I'm gonna pull it up. We are going to, I'm gonna find this. Please be the right one. Oh yeah. All right. Sorry about that. So, in honor of Bitcoin, hitting new all-time highs, we're just gonna enjoy this one together. Hell yeah. So, Bitcoin's been making a lot of noise. Quick look at the charts here. Breaching its all-time highs, that dominance level, still maintaining that 44-45% range. Looks a little bit red right now because the daily charts just started a couple of hours ago, so we're down less than a couple percentage points across the board on some assets. Cardano, Litecoin have been making strong moves to start this day off. But that's a quick look there. Well, let's go ahead and just look at the charts really quick. Wanted to look at some charts. We'll also look at some of the NFT charts together here. Let's just go alphabetical here. You gotta just find things. So alphabetically, let's just start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks really good. I pulled this chart up yesterday as well. This scenario is just way too high. But here's a little 160,000 scenario here. Sort of meets very average technical indicators to an extent. And then certainly calling for it to come back down to that $29,000 range as we enter the next bearish cycle. Today we'll be talking about Axie Infinity again. Axie Infinity's been making a lot of noise. This chart's actually really scary though. It makes me want to wait to start playing this game because the entry price could get a lot cheaper, but you can see here past $10 and really hasn't found its way back down. I'm not saying it will or won't go back down, but when I see a chart like this, I'm not really interested in participating. I like to see more balance before I'm participating. I like to buy lows. So with that being said, we're going to talk about Axie a little bit today. We'll talk about Enjin. Enjin's been doing really well. A lot of these charts look very similar. Enjin has a lot less downside, in my opinion. So there's a lot more healthy support and resistance with Enjin, especially if you just sort of scale out and look at it this way. Let me get my trend lines off here. I like the look of this a lot more. I think it's a lot healthier. It shows a lot more standard progress. We'll talk about Enjin's use case a little bit. I'm using TradingView, so I don't have the best charts, but here's the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Twitter's favorite. This is a break to the downside to me, so I do expect the Bored Apes to go down a little bit. We'll talk about why they went so far up and what that sort of means. CryptoPunks, that's the wrong tab. We'll talk about CryptoPunks as well. Again, I have like this CryptoPunk Tether Polynex sort of index, I guess, but CryptoPunks have been selling for a large amount of money as well. There's been talks of laundering on Twitter. I think that's just a lack of a better word, so to speak. But we'll talk about why the prices have been going up from various perspectives on CryptoPunks. We'll talk about Theta and T-Fuel. Theta and T-Fuel's charts look very similar. It's sort of like a V-chain, V-Thor type look as it relates to price and ROI. But Theta and T-Fuel have been making a big space here from the video game perspective. We're going to talk about Gala Games as well. Again, charts look very similar, and we'll talk about Chiliz. Chiliz is the sports perspective. Just pulling up all these charts because they all look the same, and I wanted to make it clear that a lot of the utility coin, altcoin, Bitcoin charts all have similar aspects to them as well. So don't feel bad if you didn't really get to participate in these or have missed the boat, so to speak, or I only got to buy Chiliz, I didn't get to buy the other ones. Well, you did pretty well, so you can pat yourself on the back for that and try not to get too much FOMO here. As we dive into some of these different projects, we'll talk about that more. So Axie Infinity, a digital nation, battle, collect, and earn. We talked about this again on the Metaverse podcast with Constant Collab for Crypto After Dark. We'll talk about it a little bit again. So Axie Infinity is sort of what the marketplace considers the Pokemon, copycat, for lack of a better word. 90,000 Ethereum have been traded here in the marketplace. There's been an Axie that's sold for 300 of Ethereum and has 250,000 daily active players. So here's the vibe here, your Maple Story kind of vibe. Axies are fierce creatures that love to battle, build, and hunt for treasure. Build up a collection and use them across an ever-expanding universe of games. So play to earn revolution. Axie is a new type of game partially owned and operated by its players. You can earn AXS tokens by playing and using them to decide the future of the game. So if you've been playing this game, you're like, damn, the AXS tokens are pumped. Whew. I would say that's been a great return if you've been playing Axie so far. Let's take a look at the gameplay a little bit here. A little bit of gameplay action. So this guy spent 21-day profit. Let's look at this one. How much?
Welcome guys, it's Google Axie, and today we're going to talk about how much money I made since I started playing Axie Infinity. Now I don't know how many days that have been, but it's not long and it's probably going to be in the title. So starting off in the game, you do see now that I have been done today, but it does give me 50 SLP in about 10 to 13 matches on average, and that's what you need to complete the quest. You need to complete 10 adventure mode levels. So level 11 is just perfect for this purpose. That's what I have been doing. When it comes to the arena, I'm currently sitting at about 2000 MMR. So with 2000 MMR you get 18 SLP every single win. So you can see where that energy is useful, because every single win on energy that I do in the arena gives me 18 SLP. So with about he also transfers all of the SLP into USD, and you can change that currency into whatever currency you want. I'll just
Wow.
the USD. So we can go through this, and you can see that I have about 3000 SLP.
Yeah, so I've been bugging my buddies because I'm like, hey, we need to get onto, I can't be playing Halo and all these games. I don't really play any games anymore, but if we're going to be playing games, and we should certainly be trying to capitalize on what's going on, with Axie Infinity and with others, right? So here's the marketplace here, last 24 hours, 7 days, 30 days. You can sort of check out what's going here, what the price is. I believe these are in Ethereum, so you can check that out. And yeah, so that's sort of it on Axie Infinity. I didn't want to overdo this one too much, but I do think my biggest concern with Axie is that you will lose value playing this game right now, and that's just the reality of how the charts work. I don't make the rules, but what goes up comes down. Oversold on the weekly, probably oversold on the monthly if we have the data. I don't know if we have the data anywhere else. It's fairly new. Can't type. Let's try Kraken. Nope. Let's try, what's the oldest exchange for Axie? Chat. I don't have a chat. Bitstamp. I don't know. Anyway, you can see that Axie's got a long way to go back down, and I would worry about that as you are participating in this game, but that's not to say you can't make any money in the meantime, right? So that's Axie Infinity's use case for now. So Enjin is the NFTs you can earn and trade. So Enjin's trying to be an open source platform for any games to participate from an NFT and Metaverse perspective. So not only can you host NFTs, you can host entire games which host those NFTs. So this is basically a double-sided conversation here. So that the website goes through and talking to you about NFTs is kind of beneficial for us, because I was going to take us to Google anyway. What are NFTs? So for those of you who don't know, NFTs are unique digital assets created on the blockchain. They can be everything from gaming items, digital art, sports collectibles, sports highlights, real-world assets, and it stands for non-fungible tokens, right? So just in case you didn't catch that yet. And the idea here is that, in this digital world, how do we claim and own art? It's pretty easy for our art auditors to tell who's the Michelangelo and who's the Fico Tangelo, right? Or the Picasso and Tucasso, but who's to say that, and especially for some of these pixelated and these image-based ones that we're going to talk about in a minute, like I could just screenshot it and, just get you to, I could have the same picture as you. And that's a fair point, right? Like if you just screenshot it, certainly like you're going to have that same picture, but the NFTs go on the back end as well to sort of talk about that ownership level and what that means, so that those who do own the NFTs are validated in their ownership, so to speak, and can claim like, hey, I do own the NFTs. I do that is my CryptoPunk. That is my Bored Ape Yacht, right? So going back to Enjin here, it kind of goes over some of its use cases here. Real world value. NFTs created with Enjin are backed by Enjin, a cryptocurrency, doing pretty well. NFTs exist on the blockchain. Rarity. It's unique, so you can draw your picture, get it on there, create that real world value. Let's check out the businesses here. So here's all the businesses trusted by. Lots of big winners here. Crypto.com, love them. Been talking about them for a while. Some other exchanges, Microsoft, Binance, pretty good. Microsoft's a big one. So yeah, Love Enjin. I think it's great. I think it's got that slow, steady pace to it. I think it's going to hopefully capture all of the market share that it intends to, and give that open sourced solution for games, artists, and everybody else that they're trying to sort of capture here in their product. So definitely check out Enjin. Definitely buy the Enjin coin. I think it's great. That's not financial advice, but certainly think it has a lot more stability and good market growth in comparison to some of the others here. So yeah, check that out. So let's talk about two of the more interesting, more art forms of NFTs here. Bored Ape Yacht Club. So if you heard of the Bored Ape Yacht Clubs, they've been going for a pretty high price. They've been some more of the popular NFTs to hit like Twitter, etc. So the specs, each Bored Ape is unique and programmatically generated from over 170 possible traits, including expression, headwear, clothing, and more. All apes are dope, but some are rarer than others. The apes are stored on ERC 721. Some of them are using ERC 1155 maybe, from an NFT perspective. And then once you buy one of these, you get access to the bathroom. So, pretty cool elite club here as it relates to owning NFTs, I guess. And I'm a little bit concerned about the Bored Ape Yacht Club and the CryptoPunks, which we'll talk about in a minute, just because of their ongoing utility. I realize that they are art, and I realize that they are rare. And I guess, from that perspective, if there's partnerships with the Metaverse in the future, maybe you'll be able to take your Bored Ape Yacht and showcase it in your Metaverse mega mansion in Mellywood or Miami or whatever some of those Metaverse towns are, and then you can just sort of go about it that way and then showcase your art that way, just like anybody who's got the Mona Lisa would put it in their living room if they weren't worried about it getting stolen. And so there's that aspect to it. I can't really foresee too far into the future of what this really means, but I will say that it is cool. I think the Bored Ape Yachts are super interesting. I think we can go to buy an ape here. Forget where the exchange for them is, but I think you have to go to OpenSea to buy them, and we can go to OpenSea. I don't have an OpenSea account yet, but let's go to OpenSea. So this is where you buy the NFTs. So if you type in Bored Apes up here, you can see that they're probably going for absurd prices. Here's some Bored Ape kennel dogs going. This one's going for 30 Ethereum. 169 Ethereum. So that and the CryptoPunks have been very similar. This is almost identical to the Bored Ape one as well. CryptoPunks are 10,000 uniquely generated characters. No two are exactly alike. They're on the Ethereum blockchain, etc., etc. They have to be purchased by someone in the marketplace, also embedded in the marketplace or on the blockchain. Sorry, can't even read. Check this out. Current lowest price dunk available. And when I did my test run last night, that was supposed to go live, this is at 379 million. Now we're at 397. Wasn't dyslexic. Just unbelievable transitions of ownership here. And there's a lot of speculation as to why they've been going that high. Laundering has been the dirty word used on Twitter and et cetera. You can call it laundering if you want. I'd probably call it, just true inflation. I think some of these guys probably own more than one CryptoPunk. And if they have the money, they could just inflate the price of their other CryptoPunks very quickly by just trading themselves $500 million or whatever the price of these have been sold for. Sure, could there be malintent or true drug money laundering involved with this? Absolutely. Same thing with cash and anything else. Like, it's not currency is changes every 100 years for the most part from a reserve currency perspective, and has the opportunity to sort of, it's perceived value. So of course, if it's, whether the intent's good or bad, there's got to be some perceived value in exchange for any transaction. And so, in some cases there could be bad perceived value. In some cases, be like, hey, I have $500 million in 3 CryptoPunks. What if I just sell one to myself, pay the gas fees or whatever the fees associated are, and then maybe my other CryptoPunks will go up from a couple million or less to substantially more, depending on their uniqueness and the value and the perceived value that's being distributed here. So CryptoPunks and Bored Apes, a little bit more concerned about, but I will say that it's been fun to watch, and I do think the art is cool. I'm still just on the fence on its long-term utility as it relates to Axie or Enjin or some of the other ones we're about to look at from a gaming and utility perspective. So with that being said, we're going to move on to Theta. Theta Network, the next generation video and entertainment blockchain powered by you. So I think Theta is trying to tap into that YouTube space. So let's check out this video real quick.
Technology today is amazing, but somehow streaming quality and load times are still terrible. Everyone has a computer with extra bandwidth to spare, especially when a machine's not being used. And now you can make money by putting that bandwidth to use thanks to Theta Token. Here's how it works. When you're watching your favorite streamer or when you're asleep, Theta Client will tap into your extra bandwidth to relay video streams to local viewers. They'll enjoy improved stream quality and loading times while you earn Theta Tokens. The more you deliver, the more you earn. With your tokens, you can send donations to your favorite streamers, unlock premium content, and buy and gift virtual items. Theta is a new blockchain built by Sliver TV, a leading esports live streaming startup based in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, so that's a good segue there. I think Theta has a lot of potential, obviously. Lots of cool value there, right? I think there's been some similar technologies in the blockchain space that are trying to capture bandwidth or utilize blockchain type Wi-Fi products, etc., to help people get into those areas of the marketplace. But Theta is also really cool. It's got partners across World Poker Tour right now, G Fuel, and some other spaces, and certainly I think this is great. I think they could certainly expand into a lot of different areas. Streaming's been very popular on Twitch, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Twitch respond with some sort of blockchain type response and get their headway into the marketplace. But Theta has done really well. I know some of my peers in the crypto and Forex space were preaching Theta early. Chris Ness and some of my other peers. So shout out to them. This is a great game for them. T-Fuel down here at less than a penny and going to 37 cents was huge. So, congratulations on that. And, certainly think Theta is a great project. We read the white paper really quickly here. Theta Network and protocol solves various challenges the video streaming industry faces today. First, tokens on the Theta blockchain are used as an incentive to encourage individual users to share their redundant computing and bandwidth resources as caching or relaying nodes for video streams. This improves the quality of stream delivery and solves the last mile delivery problem. So that's what that video was talking about. And this white paper sort of goes into the details of what that looks like, where they see global IP video traffic growth, and some of the other aspects or components of their research that have compelled them to bring this product to light. So check this out. Certainly think Theta is great. I think it competes with YouTube, Twitch, and a whole bunch of other video streaming services. So be sure to check out Theta. Let's talk about Gala Games. So get Gala. There are many ways to get and use Gala within the Gala Games ecosystems. The central focus of Gala Games is, well, games. However, we do know that people want to know how to get Gala and to use in-game and purchase items. So I think I was comparing yesterday Gala to Zynga, and then I scrolled down to the bottom of this page, and turns out Eric Schiermeier here, CEO of Gala Games, is also the co-founder of Zynga. So what is Gala Games trying to do? It wants you to play any game, and make your own game if you'd like. So $3 million, our most expensive NFT sold. 90 team members, monthly active users. Did not mean to scroll down that far. Sorry. What is going on here? Scroll to the top. All right. Fun first. We believe in the blockchain should be invisible in our games. We use simple mechanics that all players can enjoy, whether or not they consider themselves to be blockchain pros. Owned by the players. Players get to truly own what they win in our games. If you earn or win a magical sword in the Gala Game platform, it is yours. Your items, any inherited status is a verifiable asset on the blockchain you can trade to another person or play with in-game. With community rules, we don't develop games in a vacuum. We constantly engage and test assumptions with our Discord community. We build alongside a vocal community whose input shapes and direction each game's design takes. So Gala wants you to put your game out here and have anybody play it. But there's more than 16,000 player-run nodes already in their ecosystem. And here's some of the games they have so far. Miranda, Spider Tanks. Let's check out Spider Tanks. Spider Tanks is a PvP brawler designed and developed by award-winning Netherlands-based Game Media. Players choose between a number of tank bodies and weapons in the garage, then battle it out in one of the many All right, so pretty cool. There was a tanks game I used to play with my friends like back in the day. That was pretty fun, but nothing as cool as that. So there's one of the games on Gala there. Fortified, another one. This is like those tower defense games you see on Instagram or Facebook when you're scrolling the internet too late and they're like, hey, dude, you can either go to bed or you can save the kingdom for the princess and build your own army and take over the world. So, Fortified is an epic PvP tower defense game set in a fantastical medieval world. In game, players will be able to compete with one another to build the best tower defense strategies, utilizing everything from basic arrows and archery to the arcane arts. Wow. So check out this one as well. I think Gala Games is on the right path. Let's check out the Zynga chart for fun. I don't remember Zynga being too hot on the stock market. And as you can see, this is a monthly chart from 2012. Yeah, it's never really gotten over $13 a share. So let's see if attempt number 2 does any better. I'm not saying Zynga's done poorly, but certainly think that, that it could have done better in relation to a price per share. But anyway, let's move on to Star Atlas. So, wait, where's my... Yesterday I did something cooler when I got to this website. Anyway, gain your competitive edge. Formulate your strategy, make your claims, overload your opponents. Let's look at the... let's look at the Star Atlas gameplay here. Ooh, this is one of the biggest scams in gaming.
What's up, guys? How's it going? Really hard to choose. If you plan on joining a DAC or a guild, I would suggest that go in, see what they choose, and pick that one, because right now DACs and guilds are really heavily tied to faction selection.
Oh, there's no gameplay here. Ooh. It's like Star Fox. Yeah, so anyway, that's what Star Atlas looks like. So world vast beyond imagining here. You can participate in a variety of ways here. They've got different posters available right now, and different areas here. This definitely has like the Star Trek or futuristic vibe from a gamer perspective. So if you're interested in some of those futuristic games or any of those, I think this is a great place for you to check out here. Let's go to the marketplace here. So it looks like you can trade different ships, structures, collectibles, and assets so far to sort of claim your stake in Star Atlas. So a lot different than some of the ones we've seen that are a little bit like more Minecraft or pixelated or Pokemon related. This one definitely has the Star Trek and the outer space vibe to it. So if you're interested in that, definitely check out Star Atlas. The last one we're going to talk about is Chiliz. So the world's leading blockchain fintech provider for sports and entertainment. So these folks are partnered with Socios.com, and they really want to get fan engagement into the platform, and they want you to buy their fan NFTs and their those highlights and the other things that they're putting into NFTs. I think FC Barcelona and one other soccer team has a bunch of soccer teams have partnerships with Chiliz. The notable American partnership is with the Memphis Grizzlies. So the Memphis Grizzlies announced Socios.com partnership. They're proud to announce a new official team partnership with Socios.com, the leading blockchain provider for sports and entertainment industry. Direct-to-consumer platform that leverages blockchain technology to provide leading sports organizations with the tools to engage and monetize their global fan bases. So, just in general, the Memphis Grizzlies, are one of many teams to have joined this partnership, and what they're doing is creating different NFTs and other things to target and incentivize their fans to participate. So pretty cool. I like what Chiliz is doing. I think Chiliz is also with FC Barcelona. Join forces on a new global alliance to increase interactions with fans. So everybody's getting in with Chiliz and Socios, and I think they've got something going. So definitely check out Chiliz. We looked at the chart earlier, showed it to you one more time. It's doing well. I'd be amiss to say there's not more downside, but the monthly sure's got some room to go up further before trying to come back down here. So this is probably one of the more healthier. It's not healthy. You gotta come back down on this a little bit, but cannot do this today. I would expect something to come back down, more modestly. I know it seems drastic, but assets tend to lose 80 or 90% in bear markets. Just something to keep in mind. Bitcoin went from 19 or 20,000 to 3,000 last time, maybe lower. So, that's just one good example here. So yeah, that's really all I had for you guys on NFTs tonight. I know it's just really broad and generalistic, but I wanted to sort of briefly overlay the difference on what's just art, what's art within a game, and what's a game that hosts art, and maybe some of the differences as it relates to the non-fungible tokens. Hope you all have enjoyed this show. Again, a constant collab is happy to bring this all to you, and really our group of Braulio and myself and others, our whole goal is to make sure we're all aware of what's going on. We want to make sure you all are participating. I know there's a lot of other choices out there as it relates to where you get your information, and a lot of those come with a cost. My personal perspective is that we should be helping each other, right? So getting our friends and family involved has certainly been the focal points of our brand, and we're certainly happy to extend this brand and continue to bring content that helps others understand what's going on and gives everybody a chance to participate in this market, which is still very much in its infancy. So we appreciate everybody who's been watching so far. Please continue watching. Smash that like and subscribe button. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. And we're posting content there every day as well. to sort of get folks involved. So you can follow us on Instagram. Here's a quick look at our profile. We're posting stuff every day. If you didn't see today, we posted about Tim Cook owning crypto. So again, thank you all again for joining tonight. Really appreciate having you on, and we'll catch you next time on Crypto After Dark. So thank you.